Hey, welcome back. I'm Ibnul J. Farabi, and this is Hidden Histories, the Untold Files. You know, sometimes the most profound mysteries aren't hidden in some lost jungle temple or a sealed tomb. Sometimes they're found in plain sight, in the back room of a museum, covered in 2,000 years of sea salt and corrosion. And sometimes they completely rewrite what we thought we knew about human history. Picture this. It's 1901, off the coast of a tiny, rugged Greek island called Antikythera. Sponge divers, braving the deep, are pulling up statues and artifacts from an ancient Roman shipwreck. It's a monumental find, and among the bronze and marble, they find this lump. A corroded, crumbling lump of bronze and wood, about the size of a large dictionary. It looks like a piece of junk that's been at the bottom of the sea for centuries. Because it has. It's set aside, cataloged, and for nearly half a century, it's just a curious footnote. But then, someone finally looks closer. And that's when everything changed. Because that lump was a machine. This is the story of the Antikythera Mechanism. And we're investigating the tantalizing, almost unsettling question. Did the ancient Greeks invent the world's first computer? Let's be clear. We're not talking about an abacus. We're not talking about a simple clock. When researchers began to painstakingly clean and x-ray this object, they saw gears. Dozens of intricate, precision-cut bronze gears, interlocking in a complex, mind-boggling arrangement. Inscriptions, a kind of user manual, etched in tiny Greek letters. Dials and pointers. This was a device of staggering complexity, a technology we would not see again for over 1,000 years. It was a clockwork universe in a box. So what did it do? The best way to think of it is as an ancient, mechanical astronomical computer. You'd turn a hand crank on the side, and as the gears spun, the dials would move. They would predict the positions of the sun and the moon against the backdrop of the zodiac. It modeled the moon's elliptical orbit, even accounting for its subtle wobble, a motion we call lunar anomaly. It could predict solar and lunar eclipses with remarkable accuracy. Some researchers believe it even tracked the movements of the 5 planets known to the ancients: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. This wasn't just a calendar. This was a dynamic, mechanical simulation of the cosmos as the Greeks understood it. It was a tool for calculation, for prediction. In essence, it was a computer, an analog computer. Now, this is where the mystery deepens, and for me, as an engineer, it becomes absolutely captivating. Who made this? And why do we have only one? The craftsmanship is extraordinary. The gears have triangular teeth, cut with precision. There's evidence of a differential gear, a complex assembly thought to have been invented in the 16th century. The design implies a deep, sophisticated understanding of astronomy, mathematics, and mechanical engineering that, according to our historical timeline, simply shouldn't have existed in the 1st or 2nd century BCE. The leading theory points to the island of Rhodes, a known center of astronomy and engineering, and possibly to the great thinker Hipparchus. The ship was heading from the Greek east to Rome, likely carrying plunder. Was this a one-of-a-kind masterpiece, a philosophical toy for a wealthy Roman patron? Or was it a sample of a more common technology, all other examples of which were melted down for their bronze or lost to time? That's the haunting part. The Antikythera Mechanism forces us to consider a lost thread of technological progress. It shows us that the path of invention isn't a straight line. It's a fragile, branching tree, and whole limbs can fall away, forgotten in the wreckage of history. I think about this a lot, especially living here in New York, surrounded by the pinnacle of our own digital age. We carry computers in our pockets that are millions of times more powerful. But the principle, the human impulse behind the Antikythera Mechanism, is exactly the same. It's the desire to understand the universe, to model it, to predict its behavior, and to hold that knowledge in our hands. The ancient Greeks looked at the chaotic dance of the stars and sought order. They built a machine to make that order tangible. That's not just engineering. That's philosophy made into metal. It's the same drive that leads us to write code and build silicon chips today. The mechanism whispers a humbling truth to us across the millennia. Genius is not a modern invention. The capacity for profound, abstract, and technical thought has always been a part of the human story. We just haven't always found the physical evidence. This one survived by the sheerest accident, a shipwreck that preserved it in a cold, dark tomb at the bottom of the sea, instead of letting it be recycled or decay in the open air. So, was it the world's first computer? If we define a computer as a device that takes an input, processes it according to a set of rules, and produces a predictable output, then yes, absolutely. It computed celestial data. It automated complex calculations that would take a scholar hours with pen and parchment. It is a peerless relic of a lost scientific tradition. The Antikythera Mechanism is more than an artifact. It's a question mark etched in bronze. It asks us to reconsider the arrogance of our historical perspective. It reminds us that discovery isn't just about finding answers. Sometimes, it's about finding a single, exquisite question that makes us reimagine everything we thought we knew about our ancestors' ingenuity. It's a hidden history that, once uncovered, changes the story completely. Thank you for listening to this episode of Hidden Histories, The Untold Files. If these journeys into the past's greatest puzzles resonate with you, please help others discover the show. Share it with a friend, leave a review, or subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. For more from me, Ibnul J. Farabi, and the entire team, visit our home at Light Not Studios. https://www.lightnotstudios.com. Until next time, keep looking closer. The most extraordinary secrets are often hiding in the most ordinary places.